Not really a headline. Someone sent me this. Butter knife. Never needs sharpening. Well, duh. How did you sharpen the butter knives? You know, how do you make this mistake? How do you run a newspaper and make this mistake? It's not particularly funny. It says no conspiracy found. Investigator finds James Earl Jones acted alone when he killed Martin Luther King. Luke, I am your father. How do you make that mistake? You know who's doing, how do you make this mistake? Queen ascends to throne. Hello? Oh, women. Oh, you don't want to go out with a woman that's got knees cap. FDA approves use of saline beast implants. Oh. You open that blouse. Well, top of the morning to you, Kev.
What's that?
Can I get a wee bit of corned beer? I love when the government does studies, okay? Here are 3 studies. Here's an economist. Study, we have people from Kentucky. Studied Kentucky, and this is what they found. Poor really need more pay. Study number 2. Here's another study. Okay, this is from the major university. Older kids who stay up later often are sleepier. Wait a minute, so you're saying if I stay up late... Here's an interesting study from the University of Alberta. Researchers, female inmates in solitary confinement, often lonely. There is nothing greater to me than people who write real estate ads. These are my... Imagine living within your own forest. It is rare. Look at, here you go. It is rare that you can own small tracts of woodlands like these. Beautiful farmland surrounds this property and the landscape entry to the Davis County landfill right across the road. Okay? All right, so you... All right. You're living across the street from the dump. All right? Oh, and those breezes as the wind... Here's some great gifts for Father's Day. Don Smith said, look at that first gift. Black & Decker. Black & Decker Master Mechanics. And look what else you can get for Dad right underneath. Baby form, body form maxi pads. Or maybe Dad's a Kotex man. Yeah, Kotex maxi pads. This is my favorite one. This is so stupid. Says toilet tank systems gives any bathroom an antique look. You know the antique kind of toilets with the high? Right. All right. Look at this, okay? You see, you get a shot of that. No, look where the handle is! Okay, this might work in Shaquille O'Neal's bathroom, okay? Other than that, look at that stupid thing. You just put a piece of pipe and you... There you go. Police log. Here we are. These are people that call the police. Woman reported that her stereo, valued at $350, was stolen out of her locked car while parked at Sabino High School. Police came to the scene, noticed that the Chrysler was locked, the alarm was set, but the woman's convertible roof was down. Here you go. I love stupid criminals. Reported in a Michigan news crime column, man walked into Burger King in Ypsilanti, Michigan. That's right, Ypsilanti. 8:50 a.m., flashed a gun, demanded cash. The clerk said no, he couldn't open the cash register without a food order. The man said, all right, give me some onion rings. The clerk said, I'm sorry, onion rings are not available with the breakfast menu. And the guy ran away. There you go, right there. There you are. I guess every company feels they need a mascot. Here's CB Fleet debuts Enaman, the Enema Man. That's the new Fleet Enema mascot. How'd you like that? So did you get a job and show up? I'm a mascot. What are you, the San Diego Chicken? No. One of the Chicago Bulls? No, I'm the Enema Man. For some reason, ads that have people, it mentions smiling, you'd think they get people smiling. It says, I don't worry about Dad anymore. Dad is happy and active and meeting new friends at the Renaissance Ranch Inn retirement community. Look at Dad. Could Dad look any happier? Look at that. Oh, apparently, Dad just waiting to meet this guy, Enema Man. Enema Man. Look at that guy. Could that guy look more forlorn than that? Look at that. Here we are. Help create smiles. Oh, boy, yeah, they're creating a great smile there, isn't it? How stupid is this? Pony for sale. Looks like a small horse. Let's see, this is from a newspaper called The Gazette. Probably a bad choice of words. Gas levels high in Beantown. The Sylvan Learning Centers. I see ads for these on TV all the time with the kid, and then he goes there and now he's Einstein. You ever see the kid? I like this one here. I used to hate writing. Sylvan taught me how to write well. Now I enjoy it. You know, I'm not a great speller. I'm a terrible speller, and I don't pretend to be good. But I don't work for a newspaper, all right? Want to spell like a champ? Read Webster's Dictionary. Yeah. Why can't people spell? What's the problem? Look at this. Here you go. Through the years, this woman talks about being in the 3rd grade. This one. 2 on this page. Grand Canyon University. And look where it's on Camelback Road, Phoenix, Arizona. Arizona. Who says there are no good jobs out there? Huh? There are. For people willing to work, there are great jobs in this country. Like this one here. The Dupree School District is accepting applications for part-time head lice pullers. That's only part-time, so please. See, you know, you lose something. You want to make sure the wrong people don't show up. Found an American flag. Must be able to describe it. Is it red, white, and blue? Yes. Stars and stripes? Yes. I was shocked to hear this. Notice the wine, grits, sauerkraut, and cabbage event scheduled Monday has been canceled. I wonder why. Oh, it sounds delicious. I've been starving myself for that. I don't even understand how this works. Waitress wanted. Work from home. How do you work from home? What's that? Okay, I'll be in about an hour. What are you going to have? I love this one. Hanging out in Basin Park. Police officer Shelley Summers chats and gets advice on maternity wear. And boy, those guys look like they're ready to give birth, don't they? Yeah, look at it. You know, my baby's doing about 2 months. Okay, join us for a summer arts journey The music, voice. Look at dance. Look at the dance they teach. African, lap, and jazz hip-hop. You know, I'd like to see the lap, possibly. Could I get an African lap? How much is that going to cost? Here's a lovely Father's Day coupon for early pregnancy test. Well, I don't even understand this. You know, we are the most irresponsible country sometimes. Look at this. For the man who has everything, grenades. And wait, go to the bottom of the ad there, Ellen. Look, loads of fun for the whole family. Oh. What brings a father and son closer together than lobbing grenades? Here's anti-aging medicine, anti-aging makeovers, ages 36 to 150, guaranteed to make you look 5 years younger. You know, Susan, I know you're 150, but you look about 145. What's different? Look at this. An inmate throws crutches at deputy and flees. Now it says, it says a jail inmate escaped Friday from Denver Mental Health Center after he hurled his crutches. And look, go over to the other paragraph. Jackson said investigators are looking at the possibility that Bersagel may have been faking his injury. Really? So he threw away the crutch, or maybe it was a miracle. Here's a drunk. This woman was drunk driving her car. She tried to impress the officer by doing a cartwheel. Finally, she said to the officer, "Look, please give me a break. I'm drunk." You know, nothing funnier to me than stupid criminals. This guy, 29-year-old Houston man, this guy was robbing cab drivers. Robbed a cab driver of $300. Found out there was a $4,000 reward. Turned himself in. Thinking he could collect the $4,000. Got 30 years in prison. All right. Looking for a car, you came to the right place. It's the place you get the best deals. Here's the 1987 Monte Carlo SS. Was in excellent condition. Here's Shure microphones. Look at their selling point. Durable, bulletproof design. You know, if you're singing and people are shooting at you. Here's something dads might want to get that lovely daughter before she goes to the prom. Lily of France bras. Look, solid brass handles, metal suspension. Comes with 2 locks. Explain this. Cover your house with liquid siding. Right? Didn't that used to be called paint? Hello? What do we got here, Mike? One more. All right. You know, sometimes just punctuation makes all the difference. You put a little period or punctuation at the end of a sentence, and it changes. Congratulations to Tammy King on being named Ass of the Month for May. Tammy, great ass! Headlines are always good. Sometimes people do. These are prescription. You think prescription drugs from Walgreens Pharmacy. I'm going to read it to you, then I'll show it to you. See, I'm not lying. I cross out the woman's name. It says, unwrap and insert one suppository rectally by mouth every 4 hours. So you need a really close friend to help you with this. Insert rectally by mouth every 4 hours. Bob, I know it's a lot to ask, but the doctor said. Here's a poorly written headline. Maybe they're trying to be funny. Maybe they just don't get it. Doctor's constipation theory poo-pooed by colleagues. I don't know why this makes me laugh. Look at the picture. Lady Dynamite explodes for win. Lady Dynamite explodes for win. There she is. There's Lady Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. You know that whole John Rocker controversy, you know, that whole thing, New York fans. And again, New York fans, not the most literate, apparently. Look at that sign. How do you spell ignorant? Yeah, how do you spell ignorant, Rocker? I mean, you go to the trouble, you make the sign. But you know what? Look at the sign. Look. I mean, the letters are all placed correctly. I mean, someone's laid out this sign. You'd think you'd spell the word. I didn't even get this one. 4th of July savings, use fireworks. What is that? Use fireworks. God bless our young people, because our young people are the future of America. Graduates, look forward to tomorrow, to look forward to the future. Here's Bob Vincent. Bob says, I'm headed off to the University of Montana. I'm going to get my degree in something, apply my degree to something, and do something. Yes, sir, Bob. You want fries with that, Bob? Dads know best. And this people get advice. Here's Jim Merritt. He says, I just wish my dad was still around so I could talk to him about the important things in life. And then here's Glenn Allen, 14. Look what Glenn says. Dad said, be nice to ugly girls because they might look good later and have good-looking friends. Yeah. You know, thank God. Just thank God there was a father home to teach this young boy. Here's an interview with Mario Youngblood. You know who he is? A fine, fine athlete. They ask him a bunch of questions. I like question number 14. What do you like about living in Oklahoma? You can pee anywhere. Here's some tips on fuel economy. Folks, fuel economy, the price of gas. You need these tips. This is an interesting one here. Having all your tires running in the same direction substantially increases fuel economy and allows for a smoother ride. It's the 2000 Ford Focus LX 4-door. Look at this. Look at this. Look, folks, it's a European chick maggot. It's a chick maggot. Yeah. Here's somebody sent out invitations to their wedding trying to be kind of classy. Gates open at 4:30. Whores served at 6 p.m. Blowout special, refried beans. There's Mickleberry pre-liced ham. The lice is already in the meat, ladies and gentlemen. Give it that extra crunchiness. There's chicken dumping. Here's one from the Mojave Valley Daily News. Yeah, I'm going to find out who. This is the most poorly written, stupid headline. Who wrote this? John Albert Appleby is arrested for a whole bunch of things. What's that? What's that? What is that? Stupid criminals, Kev, my favorite.
Right.
The police brought this man in, and Maurice Smith, 19, of Harrison Village, he placed, before he went through the metal detector, placed the contents of his pockets, including a small amount of marijuana, on the deputy's desk before going through the metal detector.
It can happen, you know. It can happen.
Yeah. Folks, here's someone looking for a medical ass. If you have a medical ass, please. Here's Emmylou Hepworth, and how proud is she? Student presents senior piano rectal on Saturday. You know, when you think you got problems, you meet somebody who's got a problem just a little bigger than you. I don't think I need to say anything about this picture. Will they do that for me here? I said, no, when you get home, just take a hammer. He goes, oh, I don't have a hammer. How can you not have a hammer? Look at this guy's like 6'3", he's the muscle. You don't know how to... He goes, oh, no, I'm going to have the guy do it. What? What is that? What guy here does not have a hammer? Look, every man here has a hammer. Thank you. Every man should have a hammer. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Folks, it's Monday night. Time for a headline. All righty. Kev, I know you're a vegetarian, but this will change your mind. Look at this. Meat from diseased animals approved for consumption. Look at new rules classify tumors and open sores as aesthetic problems. Yeah, give me the double tumor with cheese on it there. Here's just a typical bad headline. Times will be good if they don't turn bad. Here you go. Children invited to eat pizza with poo. Outstanding attendance. There's Lawrence. He was outstanding attendance. Perfect attendance is won by Abby Krager, who was absent. You know, I looked at this picture and I said, why did they send me this? Is it the story? Is it the headline? And the more I looked at the picture, I realized, oh my God, the kid has 3 hands. Your opinion, the question, would you approve or disapprove of wireless telephone towers in your neighborhood? I like Radford Mitchell. Well, that stuff causes cancer, man. Yeah. Unlike that thing in his mouth. You know, a dad is so... We downplay the role of dads in our society, but dads are very important. Here's on the street, what's the worst advice you ever got from your dad? Here's John Dover. He says, my dad's advice is always pretty good. He told me not to piss uphill or into the wind or on an electric fence. Yeah. Usually involves urination, his advice. Here's the most honest photo caption I've ever seen. There's the photo. Look at the caption. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I feel sorry when bad things happen to people, but, you know, sometimes, I'm sorry, you know, it's your own fault. I mean, this is... Luckily, no one was killed here, but... okay, I'm going to read the story. Cincinnati District Fire Chief Anson Turley said the fire was probably started by a cigarette Mrs. Bingham was smoking as she changed her oxygen tank. Is Candace Bergen. Candace Bergen grew up as the son of the famous ventriloquist. And what a lovely artist rendering of Candace Bergen. Apparently that looks like the white Aunt Jemima, actually, is what that is.
White Aunt Jemima.
That's what it looks like. Who is that? Candace Bergen is beautiful. Look at that. Who is that? Doesn't look like Candace Bergen. What are these? Self-storming doors. Explain this to me. Naturally, artificially flavored. What planet are people from? Senior Troop 891 traveled to London. There's 8 pieces of golden fried chicken, 2 breasts, 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 wings, and 2 chicken lips. First of all, that's 10 pieces. They can't cook and they can't add. These idiots. There's the tailgate step. Helps mother-in-law to her seat. Really? You keep your mother-in-law in the back of the truck, do you? Now, I hear the cops playing tricky, trying to catch somebody. Found expensive set of bolt cutters left by the burglar at construction site. To claim, please call Topeka Police Chief. There's firewood, look, from trees. This guy's in no hurry. Found cat, 50-50, black and white, very skittish. Been here for about 2 years. Look at the photo. Common sense in dealing with flashers. Do you think they know this when they put these kind of headlines? Do you think they really don't know what they're doing? Clinton. You think they don't know what they're doing, huh? We have some weddings. These are people who are deeply in love, who just happen to have interesting names and are getting married. Here's the break-a-glass wedding. There's the right-left wedding. There's the love champion wedding. I like this one. Farmer to marry plant. There's the gory butcher wedding. I like this one. Look, folks, it's the macaroni and cheese wedding. How about this one? It's the went Attaway. It's the go and get her wedding. Hey, what's this all about? This is the crap-o-deal wedding. This guy's smiling because he's at the King Woody wedding. It's the Wiener Whipple wedding. How about the riding